These are the faces of the 10 teenagers who've been killed by knives since the beginning of this year. The youngest was 14-year-old Jaden, attacked by 3 men near his grandmother's home. Jody was stabbed on Friday chatting with friends in a park. And Kamali was chased into a hairdresser's by men armed with a gun, knives and a sword. In the latest shocking footage, we allegedly see the moment a group of teenagers turned up outside a college in Lancashire, the weapons they were carrying clearly visible. Today, the country's most senior police officer contradicted the Prime Minister's assertion that the horrifying spate of violence is not linked to cuts in police numbers.
I agree that there is some link between violent crime on the streets, obviously, and police numbers. Of course there is. And I think everybody would see that. That's why I asked the year before last to get more money and to have more officers, and was given a small amount.
So what do the figures show? In 2010, there were over 143,000 police officers in England and Wales. The most recent records show there are now around 122,000. Over those 8 years, the number of offences involving a knife or sharp object has gone up from around 32,000 to over 40,000. The figures look stark, and it's left the government scrambling for answers.
The new Home Secretary has put in some of the largest police funding that we've seen since 2010, a new youth fund of £200 million. The knife crime bill is going through Parliament at the moment. So there are a lot of new interventions. And I think that all those coming together are what I really hope will make the difference and reduce knife crime.
Mark Prince goes into schools to work with children at risk of joining gangs after his own son, Kyan, was killed aged just 15. He thinks the Prime Minister has got it wrong.
Is lack of policing having an impact on communities? And yes, it is, because you need a police presence, whether at the moment we haven't built that trust with police yet. What we need to focus on, we need your presence in communities, because if you ain't there, the youths are just going to run wild. So you need to be there doing your part, and we need to be there doing our part.
In Romford, flowers are still being laid for Jodie Chesney. Knife crime is destroying families, terrifying communities, and leaving the government increasingly at odds with police and campaigners. Romilly Weeks, ITV News.